guys. Welcome to Fico's Corner, a podcast about art and illustration. Now, on here, I share information, tips, and resources that have helped me to grow and become the artist that I am today. Information that I hope will be valuable to fledgling artists and even working professionals as well. I am Kofi Ofosu, and I'm a freelance character designer from Accra, Ghana. I've been drawing since I was 10 years old, and I've been working in the industry professionally since 2016. I hope the information I share here with you guys helps you get better at your craft and helps you guys to reach your artistic goals. Now, let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, welcome to today's episode. Now, on today's episode, we're going to be talking on the issue of style. Now, the question that informed this episode, on the previous episode, I spoke about how I set up a question in my Instagram stories. So I asked my followers to send in questions and topics that they wanted to be discussed on the podcast, and this was one of the questions that came through. Now here's how it goes. How do I improve my style and stand out in a sea of creatives? So this question is what informed today's episode on style. Now, before we begin, I just want to put out a disclaimer. Now, all the things I'll be sharing are things that I have found to be true. It is in no way the gospel truth. It's the little stuff that I've learned along the way, and you should remember to take it with a pinch of salt. And you don't have to take everything that I'm saying. Ignore the things that don't work for you. So, in the words of my friend Michael Hayford, he said, "Remember to chew the meat and spit out the bones." So keep the stuff that work for you. The stuff that don't, just kick it out. Now, with that in mind, let's get into the episode. Now, the first question that would come up is, what is style? And I did a little bit of research online to find out a few definitions about the word style, how it's explained. Now, the first thing that everyone should know is that you already have a style. You just don't know it yet. We all have a style. It's often invisible to us. Now, according to Wikipedia, in visual arts, style is a distinctive manner which permits the grouping of works into related categories. It also refers to the visual appearance of a work of art that related to other works by the same artist or one from the same period, training, location, school, art movement, etc. I can't say etc. Okay, so now that's the definition I got from Wikipedia on the word style. Now, art style describes the way the artwork looks. Style is basically the manner in which the artist portrays his or her subject matter and how the artist expresses his or her vision. So these are a few definitions I got on the word style, and they are basically self-explanatory. Now, the next part of this of the podcast, we talk about how do I find my style. That's the first part of the question. How do I find my style? So, at the beginning, it's only natural for artists to emulate the styles of artists that they admire and the style of their art tutors. It's only natural because that's what you are first and primarily exposed to. Now, at first, this can be beneficial in order to get one's feet wet and will help develop an understanding of how to create different types of art. Now, the trick, though, is to learn when to cease the copying and push past it, or else you just become a second-rate version of the person that you keep emulating. Now, Frank Frazetta, a renowned fantasy artist, gave this advice to young artists that kept copying his aesthetic. Why be a second-rate Frazetta when you can be a first-rate you? That was a question he posed to them, and that's true. An artist's personal style usually progresses as the artist gains more confidence through experience, expands their database of knowledge, and acquires more skills with the materials they use. Now, style grows and evolves as the individual's vision and approach matures. Everyone is already born with a creative, sorry, everyone is already born a creative with their own style and vision intact. Your style might be underdeveloped at the beginning of your career, hence, the impetus lies on the artist to put in the pencil mileage and refine their style. Once you have a solid understanding of the fundamentals, it becomes very easy to shift between styles because you understand how the artist is bending the basic principles and creating their own style. Now, the truth is that style is not something to be chased. It's much more important to focus on creating an output of work. Over the course of time, the experiences that you gain through your career begins to reveal your style to the world. Style develops as more work and time is put into the craft. There's no shortcut. Ask yourself, how many pieces have you produced over the past few years? It's a very important question because style only comes as you're pushing out more and more work. Then your style begins to come out. It begins to form more clearly. So it's all about putting in the work. Now, sometimes in the quest of searching for a style, we have to go beyond the technical knowledge and look for answers that are deeper. So we have to look inwards and question ourselves to understand our own motivations and drive for the craft. What kind of artist do I want to become, or what kind of artist am I? What kind of images do I want to create? How can I incorporate my own experiences and perspective of life into my work? So at the end of the day, to answer the question about how to find my style, it's all about putting in a lot of work, learning the fundamentals, very important, and expressing your authentic self. That's how you find your style. You put in the work, you master the fundamentals, and then you try as much as possible to imbue your essence into your work. So now, in doing my research, I realized that there are two types of artists on the topic of style. There's a chameleon artist and there's a specialist artist. So some artists are flexible and they can work in a wide range of styles. There are other artists who almost always work in their own specialized style. Now, neither approach is better than the other. They both have their own benefits. So, as an artist, you even also have to kind of understand what kind of artist you want to become. Do you want to be someone who's more of a generalist and who can easily adapt to any style, or do you really want to find your own unique style? Those are questions that you have to answer, and that will also help you in your drive to find your style. Now, so the benefits of having a distinctive style or being a specialist artist is that your unique style sets you apart from your peers. You will receive job offers where the client wants the final work in your unique style. Now, art directors will find it easier to bring you onto projects once your style matches what they are looking for design-wise. So those are some of the benefits you have where you have a very unique style. And then now we look at the benefits of having multiple styles or being very adaptable and flexible style-wise. So here you get more jobs. It might be, it might not be. It depends on circumstances, but there's a likelihood that you can get more jobs. Why? Because you can do more work in a wide range of styles, hence you are open to more job opportunities, kind of. Now, the second benefit is that new markets. Why do I say new markets? Now, you can easily enter into new markets and adapt to the style, hence ensuring that you get new job opportunities. So like if you are flexible and you're a comic artist, you can easily jump into becoming and into the animation industry because you have a very adaptable style, so you're able to adapt in there. You go into maybe like graphic design because you're adaptable, you can change, switch up, and fit yourself in the concept art, etc., etc. So at the end of the day, there's no one right way, and each artist has their own unique path. What might work for one might not work for the other. Now, there are artists who've achieved massive success by having multiple styles. An example is Kyle T. Webster and Kim Jong-gi. Others have also had a very successful career by developing and refining their own distinctive style. And an example is Lois van Baarle, popularly known as Loish. So, to end this talk on style, you realize that we often search for that unique style that sets us all apart from the rest. We all do this, and it's okay. However, you don't need to force uniqueness into your work to distinguish yourself. Imbibe your personal essence and life experiences into your work, and you will stand out. That's the little advice I'll give. Just be you. Just try and show your vision or show the world through your perspective, and I think that would really help to bring out your style, because no one looks at the world the way you do, no one perceives the world the way you do, no one has all of the same experiences that you do. So once you bring all of those peculiarities that are those peculiarities that you have or you bring to the table, then it helps to make your work more unique. So in summary, one, you already have a style, you just don't know it yet. Two, your style will reveal itself to you as you put in more work and do lots of introspection. Three, be authentic in your self-expression. Four, there's nothing wrong with having multiple styles or having one unique style. Both have their benefits. Five, enjoy the journey and have as much fun as you can. So thank you guys for listening to today's episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something new. All the best. Bye. Hey, thank you guys for joining me on today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something new today. Your host has been Kofi Ofosu, and you can find more of my work on Instagram at Brakustar. That is BRAKU_STAR. BRAKU_STAR on Instagram. That's my handle. Now, if you liked the episode, do me a favor and share it with your friends and colleagues. It'll mean the world to me if you guys could leave a review of the podcast and rate the podcast. I'm not accepting anything less than 4 stars. Just kidding. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do so. I want to hear what you guys thought of the episode, and if you want to send in suggestions and questions, you can do so through Fico's Corners Instagram page. So you can find Fico's Corners Instagram page by typing Fico's Corner into your Instagram search bar. Now, thank you guys for sticking around. Have a kick-ass day and stay awesome, amigos. KO out.